Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Libra and all Libra placements found within your birth chart or wherever you have 7th house influence in your chart. If you are unfamiliar with any of these placements, just know that I offer personalized birth chart and synastry relationship chart readings. These readings are very comprehensive. You get a full 2-question tarot spread, as well as detailed birth chart notes and a private pre-recorded video to reflect on at any given moment. In this reading, Libra, we will discuss astrology specifically for your sun and ascendant signs, tarot and oracle messages. Your love reading will be linked in the description box below. There always seems to be some crossover, and I highly encourage you to watch both April readings and also watch for your other placements to gain some deeper perspective. We are in Aries season. We started off this Aries season with a lunar eclipse in Libra. We just had our solar eclipse in Aries. You can peep the link below for my all signs readings to gain some insight on maybe what this 6-month cycle is going to be bringing in for you. I have a pick a card reading there. All the while, we still have Mercury retrograde as of April 1st to the 25th. These nodes are being activated, right? The Aries North Node, South Node in Libra, and it's kind of setting the tone for the month. During eclipses, it's also really important to pay attention to your natal North and South Node placements as we are evolving, hopefully, into our North Node. I'm offering a $20 special 30-minute tarot spread reading and also some detailed notes on your natal nodes and how they're being activated. I'm running that to the end of April, so find my email below to set that up. This is the start of a new cycle for many. Aries is the first of the zodiac. So with eclipses and this Aries energy, this may be ushering in some new beginnings, some endings, maybe a little bit of both. Aries asks us to find the warrior within. This is a strength year as well. So with this nodal activation, I feel like we're definitely being put to the test with how we showcase our stamina, our resilience, and our perseverance. Remember, it doesn't take blunt force. Sometimes the biggest lesson during Aries season, in particular this month with Mercury retrograde, is to find that Jedi pause before the actual strike. Now, Libra, let's get into your monthly reading. Hello, Libra, and welcome to this space. You had the lunar eclipse in your sign as well as the South Node influence. I'm sure you're feeling the changes and the shifts, right? Depending on where you have Libra in your chart, it might look and feel a little different, right? That's the beauty of a birth chart reading. You can kind of see how your personal roadmap is being accented and flavored during this time. But whatever placement you're watching for, let's talk about the astrology of this month, because it's pretty massive for all of us, right? We just made it through the solar eclipse. How are you feeling? How is your heart? Checking into those spaces, right? This can look very different for everyone. This is a general reading, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey. This eclipse can affect you in different ways. For Libra, though, in particular, this Aries influence, the solar eclipse, Mercury in Aries, right, and now Venus in Aries, right, there's a lot of the 7th house influence, which is your house, right? Aries is your opposite. There's a lot to learn from your opposite, right? Opposites attract, as they say. The way I look at these opposites within astrology is that there's major lessons to learn, usually one core lesson to learn from either end. They share a lot of similarities, but they also have some major differences, and that's where that clash can come in, right? So we're learning a lot about this Libra-Aries axis with, again, South Node in Libra, North Node in Aries. Lots of themes around codependency and how that is bleeding into your life in all arenas, not just intimate partnerships, right? We can be codependent to anything, right? This could be anything. This could be food. certain lifestyle choices, sex, money, our work, our friends, our boyfriend, our girlfriend, or whoever, we find that we are in relation with. Codependency has a lot to do with your attachment style. So with the 7th house, you could be really diving into like learning about what is your attachment style. If you've never heard of that before, I highly encourage you, Libra, to look into that. There's tons of information online. I'm sure, if you're watching my channel, you probably have some understanding of what an attachment style is. But that's really the 7th house. And also the 4th house. Where do you have 4th house in your chart? 4th house talks about the first 7 years of our life, where a lot of those attachments are, strengthened or weakened. And that can tell you kind of how it's going to showcase in your adult life, right? So yeah, also where you have Cancer or where you have 4th house could be very beneficial for you. Everyone has a Cancer placement. If you're looking at the house system, you can see your ascendant sign, right? With a birth chart you're reading, you can get really into this. I offer personalized readings, just know that. But your ascendant, and then you can see where Cancer falls, what house it falls in. So 7th house, yeah, lots around partnership. Again, attachment styles, love languages. Are you a words of affirmation? Are you a physical touch? Are you an action-oriented person, like gifts, quality time? These are some things that you're going to be thinking about this month for sure, and getting really clear and intentional about your values in relationships, your beliefs, your standards, and also your boundaries. Okay, full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd is going to be in your 2nd house. This is earned income. This is Taurus energy. I have statements. Getting really clear and intentional about what it is that you have, and being resourceful, and also learning with the 2nd house about emotional security. It's not just about money, right? The 2nd house does talk about just security in general, stability, and that's also emotional security, especially with the 7th house influence for you. Okay, Libra, let's dive in here, shall we? We're going to pull from the wild unknown to start off your reading. The archetypes, let's see what's prevalent for you for April. The Father, the gem. So there is some sort of hidden gem, right? When I see the gem card, of course I think of Gemini energy, but I also think of like the 8th house, the shadow work that we're doing, Scorpio. I'm getting a message that your father could have been a Scorpio, but that's not for everyone. You might also have Scorpio in your chart. Also, Father stands for Saturn, your Saturn placement. Also, you can look into the aspects towards Saturn in your birth chart to see what major themes and lessons, right, you're going to be learning. Because Saturn and Pluto especially are like the tough love teachers. But they showcase that tough love because they know that we have way more potential than maybe we might see for ourselves. So they push us. They definitely push us. So like Saturn and Pluto in your chart, you could see what kind of aspects you have. But here I'm seeing like there might be something hidden around your father. Maybe there's a core wound, or it could be something happening currently with your father. This could just be family. This could be a father figure. If you're a parent, the father of your children, etc. But it's a very masculine energy. There is something about like some deep-rooted stuff, right? Because you can also see here, there's the thorns and like the bristle and like going into almost, I'm thinking of like a raspberry bush. If you've ever seen raspberries, like yikes, like, you can see how the bunnies can like burrow through that, right? And create some safety, something around safety for you, and creating like stability, being rooted. You might have a lot of earth in your chart here. But the father is a very masculine energy. So it's also, even if you are feminine, right, however you identify, there is something around this masculine energy. And we're going to pull a bit deeper into what that is for you. So I'm actually doing it a little different. I'm going to pull, so I have my 78 elemental deck. and I took out the major arcana. So I want to see what major arcana is showing up for you for this month. Let's focus in, oh, strength, the magician. Okay, strength is Leo energy. You might be dealing with a Leo or have Leo in your chart. Again, you can find out where that is. But again, it doesn't have to be these things, right? This is just extra insight if you are looking for it. Strength, it's a strength year, right? 2024 breaks down to an 8. So there is a lot around stamina, right? Resilience, understanding our shadow, taming the beast in a way, and not in like a negative way, because we have to understand those primalistic needs. And, you know, when that shadow creeps up, and it's almost like an impulse, right? When I think of the strength card, it's like those impulses, like that primalistic, hedonistic side of you that comes out sometimes. And there's a lot to learn in that space, right? And it's not meant to be tempered or tamed necessarily, but it's more about like, okay, I see how I react to this. Why? Why am I reacting? Why am I feeling such a strong sensation in my body? So there is something around being strong, and to really get to know yourself that does require strength. So there is something about like this fire energy here. You might be feeling a bit tested. You're asking to be courageous and bold. Have a lot of confidence right now, especially in regards to relationships. Like again, the strength card can also talk about having really strong, firm boundaries, having your feet planted, feeling rooted, feeling secure, so that you can take on, you know, the challenges in this world. You know, who's not facing some sort of challenge on a micro and macro level as in the collective? It's pretty messy out there. So it's a strength here. We're really being called to persevere, and not in a way that's like, again, with the warrior energy of Aries, it's not about blunt force. It's not about always going. Like we have to sustain ourselves. And a true warrior knows how to do that, knows how to rest, and doesn't look at it as a weakness. They understand that Jedi pause before the strike. There's a lot of technicality. There's a lot of strategy involved here. And that's also a lot to do with strength. You know, it's how we confront those shadows, how we confront the shadows in others even, right? You know, we could use words as weapons, or we can choose to practice silence, grace, and ease. And of course, there's a right way to say it, is what I'm hearing. So there could be something around communication, especially with Mercury in retrograde. We can have a couple slip-ups there. I do see the magician on the bottom there, so you could be dealing with a Gemini as well. All right, let's pull some cards for you, Libra. Let's see what we have for April. Oh yeah, communication definitely is maybe at a standstill here. You have 8 of Wands in reverse. Libra, what do we have for the Libra collective? Ooh, I was feeling that. I didn't want to act on it. Libra. This is for Libra. Okay, we're going to start here. You definitely could be dealing with an earth sign. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot around a lack mentality I'm seeing on the bottom here. I am seeing a true pair though, King and Queen of Pentacles. You might have lots of earth in your chart, or again, dealing with an earth sign. There's a lot around feeling restricted, around maybe some financial goals, obligations here. But let's look into this a bit more. So we have the 8 of Wands, 7 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Pentacles, and 5 of Swords. So right off the bat, I remember I was saying communication can feel a bit wonky. You could be, again, in a silent pause with someone. There's a lack of direction, right? 8 of Wands is about movement. It's not just about communication. It's also about having direction. It reminds me a lot of the Chariot, but this is more about passion, right? Chariot's Cancer. 8 of Wands is fire energy. So it's like, this could be literally travel, action, hope, optimism. And I feel like with the 7 of Swords, there's something that's being illuminated or potentially will be, I don't know about in April. I want to clarify this because I feel like with the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Swords in reverse, it's like someone's holding back from being honest. But with the 7 of Swords in reverse, again, it's like things are going to be coming to the surface. Or again, maybe you already know intuitively. What's the Seven of Swords about for Libra? What's the Seven of Swords about for Libra? Please show me. What's the Seven of Swords? Yeah. There's a lack of stability or direction with someone. I'm not going to lie here. It's showing up as another person or a connection that you have. Again, it could be family. You take it as it resonates. But I clarify the Seven of Swords and I get the Star, Ace of Cups, and Four of Wands. You very well could be dealing with an Aries or an Aquarius here, or a water sign. But there's a lack of direction, stability. You could feel like maybe they're going through some sort of challenges where you're feeling uprooted with the Four of Wands. Fours are also, again, Cancerian energy. Fourth house. Feeling hopeless. Again, there's a lack of direction here. So you could be feeling like someone is not being as honest as you wish they could be with you. But I feel like with the Seven of Swords, it's like, you know. There's something within you that you know. But you could be going through a moment this month, Libra, the Libra I'm connecting with, where you're trying to like persevere and give yourself some self-love here. Star, Ace of Cups, it's like you have depleted yourself to a point where how can you give? And if you are giving, again, it could be like out of impulse. So there is something here about like, again, rooting yourself. And then the gem cards reminding me, like, see the bigger lesson here. There's a bigger lesson that you're learning about self-love. South Node in Libra. Lots around your past. You can look into, again, your natal nodes. You could have a North Node or South Node in Leo or Gemini here, I'm seeing strongly, or even Aquarius influence here. Lots of Aquarius here. So again, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It's like you are learning how to not work with people that are going to create like this power dynamic. Five of Swords in reverse. That's actually a positive thing to see in reverse. But there's a lot about lack of direction here. You have two eights. You could feel very unfocused. You could feel like your mind's all over the place. And again, strength. And again, strength is not about blunt force. Yeah, Tower. Something is inevitable to change in your life. And again, you could have already felt like you went through this Tower moment. This is just reassurance to you in some way, especially around love. Someone could have been breadcrumbing you. Maybe it was just all about like sexual fantasy and desire here. Ace of Wands. Again, Aries is showing up strongly here. Let's pull from a different deck. Let's pull from the Greater Hand. What do we have for Libra? Libra. You can check out the love reading below. The link will be below for April's love message. You can see if there's any crossover there. There always tends to be, right, when I'm reading collective energies. Libra, what do we have for Libra? Provide. I feel a lot around like, what are relationships providing you, right? Are they providing you a massive headache? Is it tit for tat all the time? Is there like this trying to one up each other? With the Five of Swords, I feel like you're not wanting that combative energy. You want someone that's, again, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, willing to put in the work and effort. Relationships are just not handed to us. That's unrealistic to think that. Right? So we have to have a sense of purpose and value and intention, what we're bringing to the table. Time, right? Time management with the Eight of Pentacles. And there's a sense of providing here. And I feel like it's more about providing for yourself as well, right? That Ace of Cups in reverse with the Star in reverse. This is about giving back to yourself because I feel like you are depleted in some way. And it's causing a lack of focus. Maybe not seeing things as clearly as you wish you could. But there is some sort of intuition around the Seven of Swords. Maybe, again, you're lying to yourself about something. The Seven of Swords doesn't have to be about someone else, but it very well can be, okay? All right, we're going to pull some love oracles here just to see what we're going to talk about in the April reading. So I want you to focus in on your love interest. If this is where we part, I will see you next month, Libra or Cross Watcher. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date for when I do post. And also check out my Patreon. I do extended love readings and also extra all sign readings and pick a pile readings, and astrology readings and updates there. Bitterness. Yeah, there's some sort of confession. I do feel like something is coming out or has come out, unveiling, coming clean messages, and there's resentment from those messages. We're going to look into what this confession is in the April message, okay? So find that link below. Bye for now.